All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Seattle Seahawks and the Kansas City Chiefs. Fall is in the air and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. This is Saquon Barkley. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now let's go. 319. 319.
They'll set up to throw. Well, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Fielded at the 20. A good return there, 17 yards. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lynch. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
first down. He'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DM.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle. Maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That good for 22 and a first down.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle, or if you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll lead here to a third down.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Set! 3-19! 3-19!
They'll set up a throw. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down. A first trip to the red zone for KC. First and 10 at the 19. And on the ground they go with a running back. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on third down.
Set! 3-19! 3-19!
Now a handoff looking right. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
To Barkley on the check down. How did he stay on his feet? 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a different story. Night.
23 yards on the play.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. A first down carry for Barkley. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play. Holding them to no gain.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's going to air one out. And this is caught. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. They come out here in the eye. They get it to him running left. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
This is 3rd and goal. This Chiefs defense, they're giving it all they got. Take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. It's their quarterback, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks have taken a first quarter lead. Extra point safely through, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped in the contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off right around the 43 and to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Lucky 56. Set. Green 39. Green 39. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Detroit. Detroit.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making it incomplete.
So they have the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And a quick throw here that's complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Watch him now, Barney. Hot. Watch him now, Barney. Hot.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep run. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And the key number on that play, 3. Third play of the drive, third down, spectacular catch, turns into a 1st down.
1st down saves them from a 3-and-out. They'll try and run forward with Barkley. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
2nd and goal from the 1.
Here we go.
And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Saquon Barkley, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. And it's up and good. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little... bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down. Pretty fortunate there. The interception that ended the last drive, and then, boom, the first pass here almost picked on this drive.
Yeah, I think you could definitely call him to question his decision-making here in the first half.
Certainly not the best of decisions there. Lucky that one wasn't picked.
Here we go now. 3-19.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Leopard!
Now back to throw. They're connecting here with DJ Shark. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
Then we got to give a little tip of the cap for the defense there. Zone coverage, locked it in tight, made it really difficult because they tried the crossing route against it, and it worked for a completion, but you have to know where the sticks are on 3rd down. Didn't get beyond them, no pickup.
Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
He dumps it off to Barkley. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll make it second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Looking to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And his throw here's incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. The Seahawks on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Set. 319. 319.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. The Seahawks on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
319. 319. Gone. Over.
They'll drop the throw. Flush to his right. Losing 9 yards there. And it also brings up 4th. The Seahawks send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened. On the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's going to wind up and air it out. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He sets up the screen to Jones. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone.
Back to throw here. Throw left side complete. It's Lynch. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. He'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 12 more yards there and another first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Back to the
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll look to throw here. Throw left side, complete to Ross. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And a nice gain of 21 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. They go with a screen to Gore. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Back to throw. Flushed out right. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. So a minute 56 to play in this 1st half. We're back to Arrowhead after this. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Ronald Jones, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. They got his man complete. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks get the quick strike touchdown. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. They'll look to throw. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. The Chiefs will try and get to the line quickly.
For a rookie 1st rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
They'll set up to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A good pick up there of 20 yards. They're going to look to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? They'll try and start this drive in the air. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
He'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. The reception good for 7. It's third down. The Seahawks on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
He'll drop to throw. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
Here we go.
They'll set up a throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Wilkins. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And his kick here is good. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front. This fielded at the 2. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone.
That's caught inside the 20. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. An outstanding pickup there for the Chiefs. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They'll come out in the pistol. They'll run it with Jones. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him 4 on the carry there. It's 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you're 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
He'll get it up the middle. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that happens is either called pressure or what I like to call straight-ahead pursuit. A great read, and they get to the backfield and make the play.
And that was a big chunk of yardage lost.
Green 39.
Here's Jones. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Ronald Jones, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll try and run it with Gore. And he'll get in as they're back within his score now. The lead's down to 7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the third. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves? Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Green 39. Green 39.
He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. A handoff to Barkley. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. And that'll be marked down as their first sack of the game.
Well, they had 6 last week, and this offense did its homework, didn't it? Because they saw all that pressure, and they really worked hard to tamp it down and beat it back. And they did a great job in the first half. But now they've gotten their first sack here in the second half. Look out. They'll try to increase the pressure.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
56. Lucky 56. Detroit. Detroit. Over.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. It'll be a gain of 16 and give him a first down as well.
Hurry up, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90.
Again, it's Barkley. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe you change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Incomplete here on third down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. They'll find him. Find him.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on fourth.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a first down. That one good for 17 yards on fourth. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. First down. To throw now on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. The rookie picked off the rookie.
And guess what? They're pretty familiar with each other. It's not like when I was growing up and the dinosaurs were roaming the earth and you heard about a guy somewhere. Now they run into each other at camps, going through high school ball, recruiting, college games, all-star games, you name it. A lot more familiarity with each other.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Drops it to Jones in the flat, and he's able to get up here to the 26. Call it a gain of 3, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Gone!
Escaping the pressure right. It's caught. Jones. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big play on third down for the Chiefs. 44 yards. Elsewhere around the NFL, third quarter now in Los Angeles. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Dancing to his left. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. This time, the extra point up and good. And that will tie us at 24. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and...
Got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. Detroit! 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 Detroit!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. The Seahawks on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Set. Green 39. Green 39. Black 99 Philly. Here we go.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call. And they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
He finds Lynch, it's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. The give is to Jones. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Back to the ground, this time with Gore. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
The reason that counter and misdirection plays work so well is that usually you've given them a reason to think that everything's going to the direction that starts initially. You've run that type of a play throughout the game. You've given them that look, and now you're going to counter things and bring it back the other way. Almost a tendency breaker at times. And a lot of it is making sure that you have an illusion, almost like a magician. Look over here. But the play is actually happening over there, and that's where a running back's vision comes into play. See the hole in a place where people don't expect and get there with some speed. And that's exactly what he did on that play.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. He's going to get it running right. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Forced out to his left. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And out now come the Seahawks. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play, but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
Uses the spin. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be 4th down.
They dialed up the blitz on 3rd down, and your worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the blitz pays off, able to rally to the football and make the play.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
All right, here we go.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And that is incomplete. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. And now here comes Kansas City. Looking at this situation, if they get a field goal out of this, it helps. But a touchdown would really help into going to secure the victory.
And know what I'm thinking right here? In the West Coast offense, in their parlance, every time they throw the football, they say you're either throwing it for a touchdown or a check down. In this case, it's either taking time off the clock or getting that touchdown that really puts you in firm control. I think they'll go either way on this one.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Set. Green 39. Green 39.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gore. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Another carry now for Gore. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And that is going to sail wide right. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Green 39. Green.
Back to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. This is where, of course, it's good to have a veteran quarterback under center.
You would just be able to put on one of those blood pressure clips, and nothing would be different for him. He's done it many times before, expects to get...
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. And so much for the game-winning 2-minute drive. I think that interception return there pretty much seals the deal.
And one thing to keep in mind, in this situation with the score that close, defense isn't backing off and just giving you easy throws. They're playing aggressively as well, and they end up picking that one off and sealing the deal for themselves. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10.
All right, here we go.
Now back to throw. He's going to let it fly. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
And when you've already thrown 2 interceptions, you got to take extra special care of the football, because that one could very easily have been a 3rd.
Yeah, off balance, pressure coming. Probably just has to stick that one in his pocket, right?
He does. I just think that when he's in a rut like this, I think this happens to a lot of quarterbacks, they try and overcome it by making big-time throws. Throws they know they shouldn't make, but they're hoping to complete them rather than having the confidence.
There he goes, left side. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. It's a big play on 3rd down for the Seahawks. 47 yards. Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on 1st down.
Here we go now.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Looking to throw. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Clock rolling here, about to hit 30 seconds.
Detroit!
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout, as he'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. And his kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though. Now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. Now he goes spin. Room to run inside the 40. 30. 10. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
No problem there on the extra point. And the lead now up to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
Detroit! Detroit!
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Chiefs, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Houston Texans next week. Meanwhile, for Seattle, they also will exit this one at 2-2. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the Washington Redskins. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Select the team you want to join. Start your season with recommended settings. If you wish to change roles or adjust options, use the tiles on the right.
you